Across America right now, cities are booming. They're incubators of really great ideas. They're also places where we're trying to figure out how to make development work best. And our job as the nonprofit community development sector and our partners is to make sure that people benefit from this growth.
What happens to people? What is their psychological condition? What is their physical condition? How do they feel about the future? And in our city, there's a fair human cost to whether people are housed and what kind of neighborhood they're housed. It can make a difference as to whether a person goes to college or goes to jail.
This is a topic that's critical now because 10 years from now it's going to be over. So we have to deal with it now.
I think displacement and equitable economic development are critical issues for New York City today and in the future because they're really going to be setting the tone for what our city looks like in the next 5, 10, 20, 50 years. Who can be a part of New York City, who's getting left out, who's getting pushed out.
Well, especially I think in New York City is one of the most segregated cities and one of the most segregated regions of the country, witnessing really explosive growth. I think the biggest challenge facing the region is really one around bending the arc of development towards justice, right? How do you harness all this growth, all this economic development in a way that actually benefits communities that have been historically left out of all of the growth?
There's been displacement, I guess, all of America's history. But for today, I believe there are, it's the have and have-nots.
We also live in a time when we have a legacy of redlining, a history of slavery, and we need to make sure that the people who've been displaced many times before, as our communities gentrify, this isn't the next bad chapter.
It's tourism money, it's foreign investment, and it's really creating a market dynamic in neighborhoods like Jamaica and Cypress Hills, Bed-Stuy, Canarsie, all over New York City. It's creating this market pressure that makes it really, really difficult for regular New York City families to figure out how to stay.
So many people in New York rely on subsidized rent in order to stay in their neighborhoods, to work in the city. And if we don't have those kind of affordable apartments, and we don't have the type of housing stock that can help folks that are earning the lowest end of the economic spectrum, then it makes it very difficult for us to have a city that is as complete and whole and as culturally relevant as it needs to be.
It's really how do we maintain kind of that melting pot character of New York City, the well-known melting pot that everyone talks about, and it's in New York City's history. How do we maintain that but allow the growth that is required for new residents?
One of the things that makes New York City vibrant and the special place that it is because we have a very ethnically and economically diverse group of people that add to the richness of the city.
And it's really critical for all of us to focus on this and not let it happen to New York, but really set the tone and say this is what New York is, this is what New York City is about, and so this is what we're going to be committed to as a city for our future.
Inclusive, resilient neighborhoods, they don't just happen. They're the product of planning and thoughtful action that take place over a generation. We're just here for a short time, but the decisions we make today are going to echo forward for generations to come.